Following a near-death encounter, Hermione's seemingly routine hospital visit turned complicated story of sepsis and urgent surgery. Her health was rapidly worsening, and septic shock, respiratory failure, cardiac arrest, and organ issues were all imminent. She entered a spiritual realm during her doubts and encountered Jesus there. This marked the beginning of a relationship that went beyond simple earthly communication and evolved into a profound understanding in which words, concepts, and emotions were mutually understood, leading to both confusion and intense intimacy. Upon entering this celestial dimension, she had an overwhelming sense of weightlessness and was relieved of her arthritis' incessant anguish. Her body hurt no longer, but her awareness did. As she descended more into the abyss, her relationship with Jesus became closer. Their emotions were intertwined, and he was beaming with joy at her presence. The love and acceptance she felt were hard to express, much like in the prodigal son narrative, when a father receives his son with unending joy. It was hard to describe this acceptance and affection from another realm. In this celestial realm, time assumed a completely other dimension from our own. All earthly worries vanished, and there was no longer any wish for her to return to our world or regret at her death. Instead, she experienced an overwhelming happiness in this environment of acceptance and love. Her intimate relationship with Jesus, full of joy and love, glowed through her like a beacon. The air filled with calm, and she was enveloped in a music that was otherworldly and melodious beyond description. Every aspect of her being, from her heart to the heavenly beings in the distance, sang his name in perfect unison, producing a stunning work of song. It was impossible to describe the colors since they were so vivid and exquisite. Their brilliance was amplified to a never-before-seen level. This paradisiacal scene, with its lush grass, trees, and meandering river, took her breath away. In addition to the lovely flow of the river, she had a divine conversation with the trees, animals, dogs, and horses. She lived on earth in constant awe of the grandeur of this realm and longing for it. In this exquisite sanctuary, there was an overpowering sense of love and devotion to Jesus. The key thing that set this realm apart was that it smelled nice, flowery, and safe for even the most sensitive noses. As opposed to foul, pessimism was shunned and an optimistic mindset ruled. She talked to Jesus, whose whole purpose in life was to show her love, while she carried on her celestial journey. When she was in his presence, she had a deep sense of belonging. He gestured to the right as they were still conversing, and she noticed a collection of dazzling objects that appeared to be more like gold and shining spheres than stars. The hues of these golden spheres were breathtaking. Her mother was still there, even though she was unable to see her in one of the orbs. This brought back horrible memories of her birth mother's death from acute sepsis when she was 10 years old, a condition she had already gone through before being admitted to the hospital. She had an electric charge about her even before she could see her mother's bright presence, as though she had always known it. When her mother initially materialized as a radiant sphere, their spirits recognized one another and moved swiftly. After what seemed like a lifetime, she came out of the resurrected state looking more like a woman in her 20s than she did at 30, when she was a mortal, radiating a celestial radiance that evoked the splendor of God. This new and majestic form seemed to occupy a different and more spectacular vessel, Shekinah. She believed that Jesus had purposefully changed this appearance so that everyone would instantly be able to identify her mother's face. A new kind of cognition that transcended earthly language and allowed for the reciprocal understanding of concepts and feelings even in the absence of spoken words appeared as a way of communication. A strong link was forged as the amazing reunion played out, with Jesus looking on like a proud father. She was struck by her mother's warmth and happiness, and she experienced an overpowering sense of love, thankfulness, and an intensity of feeling that was hard to describe. Her mother was so excited about her impending arrival that Jesus could really hear it, even though her time had not yet come. She thought about leaving and felt a wave of reluctance pass over her. Jesus, on the other hand, spoke more about the importance of developing a genuine one-on-one relationship. He could read minds with his all-seeing stare without condemning or bringing shame upon himself. There was a conspicuous absence of the concept of a life review wherein one's prior acts are revealed. She was overcome with feelings of love, peace, and acceptance instead, which she attributed to her strong belief that choosing Jesus as her personal savior meant that she had to forgive herself. Her meeting illustrated that love, peace, and acceptance were central to Jesus' message. Reiterating the universality of his love, He underlined the interconnectedness of all people and his intense yearning for a personal interaction with each one. Sound was a medium that brought everything to him. He yearned to connect with every person, no matter who they were. The narrative developed, revealing the Antichrist as a spiritual foe. This terrible creature radiated a black radiance with an air of absolute wickedness. The creature released its teeth and emitted a sound that like either music or a smoky liquid spilling to the ground, akin to a terrifying pavement. This prophetic insight exposed the effects of demonic forces on Earth. She encountered a wide variety of churches, including Mormon, Jehovah's Witness, and Protestant, when she embarked on her globe tour and traveled across a wide range of terrain. Jesus expressed his deep sorrow at the way the religious establishments propagated the fallacious idea that one might obtain salvation through good deeds. In actuality, salvation was a gift, a manifestation of his boundless love. Jesus' teachings were around an extremely personal relationship. He yearned for people to recognize his love for them all and to realize that salvation was a free gift. This essential lesson resonated throughout her entire spiritual journey. As she was preparing to return, Jesus offered her this information in a subsequent dream, allowing her to review her experiences. She saw nurses and physicians tending to her in the dream, and then she saw Jesus once more. Their meeting appeared like a farewell dance in the special atmosphere. Jesus' luminous appearance changed, appearing more like a person akin to images from The Chosen. They found themselves at the center of a golden glow that enveloped the entire city, akin to that of a royal stronghold. Jesus talked to her while they danced, holding her close, and revealed that it was time for her to come back. She resisted the thought, wanting to stay, but Jesus told her again that the timing was not yet right for her to meet him. Pat, he mumbled as she dropped, was a mysterious word that she would ultimately figure out to mean amazing beginnings. Her adoptive mother was with her when she regained consciousness in the hospital. Her real mother had passed away. Her husband and adopted mother were interested in her near-death experience, and her adopted mother verified that she had crossed across. Despite spending weeks in the intensive care unit and a considerable amount of time on a ventilator, she described the experience as breathtaking. She spoke with passion the essential message that Jesus Christ had given her. He yearned for a close relationship with each and every one of us. His teachings, which focused on the significance of returning to him consistently, were inspired by his love and longing for a personal relationship with each individual. Gazing upwards, they had a shared destiny, a voyage beyond this world. Guided by the inner light that beamed down on their journey, all of mankind ascended. If you appreciate this story and would want to see more like it, you might think about subscribing, turning on notifications, and joining our community. Your support is extremely vital to us. Thus, we are ecstatic to have you as a partner. Thank you very much, and get ready for some incredibly exciting entertainment.